Tequila is currently one of the most popular spirits on the planet, and there are tons and tons and tons and tons of brands out there. And in this video, I'm gonna be going over the 5 absolute most overrated tequilas that you should be avoiding like the plague, no matter what that one friend of yours keeps telling you. First up, number 1 is Jose Cuervo. I get it, you're a cheapskate, you don't wanna spend money on tequila. Well, there are plenty of other brands out there that are the same price as this that are actually doing things the right way. Jose Cuervo may be one of the oldest names in the tequila game, but today all its purposes is to make money. They are cutting corners left, right, and center to make as much money as possible. I'll be perfectly honest with you, if I open this bottle and smell it, I will throw up. And what's crazy about them is that they don't even hide the fact that they don't use 100% agave. That's nowhere on their bottle. And they are not confirmed additive-free. To be honest with you, they're probably one of the worst offenders of using additives to try and make as much money as possible. Allegedly. I'm not accusing them of anything. I'm just my thoughts. And so you might be thinking, oh, that's fine, but it's so cheap. Well, for the exact same price, you can get one of these 2 options. We have El Tequileño Mixto, which even though it's not 100% agave, it is confirmed additive-free by Tequila Matchmaker. And you have Arete, which is a confirmed additive-free 100% blue Weber agave tequila that is made by an incredible tequila making family. Both of them about the same price. Next up, we have Casamigos. Casamigos is a brand that was originally founded by George Clooney, and he was one of the original celebrity tequilas after Sammy Hagar and Cabo Wabo. But he is basically actually at fault for all of these other celebrities getting into the tequila game because he was able to sell this brand for $1 billion. And now, I know you probably have a bunch of friends who swear that this brand is amazing and it's so smooth. I hate to break it to you, but they are allegedly using a lot of additives in this as well. They are cutting corners to make a bad product to sell you at a very high price. And I could maybe understand your argument if it was still cheap, but a bottle of Casamigos today is going for like $45 to $55. For about the same exact price as you would pay for a larger bottle of Casamigos Reposado, you can get a bottle of Tequila Ocho Reposado. And Tequila Ocho is confirmed additive-free. It is made at an incredible distillery, and the master distiller is a man who has been in the industry for a very long time, making some absolutely incredible brands of tequila. It's very light in color, which this looks super artificial when compared to this. Something to think about. So nice, clean, smooth. And I don't mean smooth in the way that other people use the term. It's actually genuinely incredible. It tastes like agave, which that does not. And it's got a really great natural caramel and citrus flavor to it. Really can't beat it, and especially for the same price as this garbage, you can get a whole bottle of this. The next most overrated brand is Tequila Eradura, and I know you're probably already getting down there on the keyboards talking about, but my granddaddy and my daddy used to drink Eradura and it was really good. And while this has linkages to one of the oldest distilleries in Mexico, today it's owned by Brown-Forman, and they, like most of these other big companies, started pumping it full of additives to make as much of it to make as much money as possible. I'm unfortunately gonna have to try this one because I haven't tasted it in quite a while, at least not on camera. Oh, I'm really not looking forward to it. But all right, I'm gonna have to use my Volan's tasting glass. I'm sorry, I apologize. Oh, I don't like the smell of that. No, ugh. What is that aftertaste, man? I don't, absolutely not. No, ugh. Oh my God, ugh. And I forgot to mention, this bottle cost me $40. $40, that's not a cheap amount. It is a lot of money. For a little bit less than $40, you can get Cascajuin as an alternative. They do make some other expressions, but this entry level is about $35, at least that's what I paid for it. And now let's put something in this glass that is truly worthy of it. Tequila Cascajuin is one of the most well-regarded distilleries in Mexico, and they make some absolutely incredible stuff. And this, for their almost like entry level or like more budget-friendly option, is so tasty. Oh, I didn't even taste it yet, I'm sorry. Well, as you can tell, the bottle's almost empty, so. Very bright, vegetal, good amount of citrus, and just really tasty to sip on. And nice to wash that out of my mouth with, yeah. The next brand I want to talk to you about is Don Julio. It is currently owned by Diageo, which is a giant mega spirits conglomerate, and you guessed it, pumped full of additives, allegedly. I'm not tasting this one. I've tasted it enough on camera. I'm just gonna move on to the suggestion. If you like the story of Don Julio and you think about how long and how important this brand was for the tequila industry, I agree with you, but it is no longer the case. It is not even owned by the same family anymore. It's owned by Diageo, a mega giant spirits corporation that is really just pumping this full of additives, allegedly, again, to make as much money as possible and make as many products as possible so that you will buy them. But for the same price as you can get Don Julio Blanco, you can buy Lalo, which is a brand that was actually created by the original Don Julio's grandson. It is confirmed additive-free, it is very tasty, and it is roughly the same price as Don Julio. So if you love the story of Don Julio, don't drink it anymore. Drink what his actual descendant is making right now. Very, very good. And the last brand that I want to talk to you about is, of course, Clase Azul. I can hear the outrage from this side of the camera. But Louis, Clase Azul is so good, it's so smooth. And I've made a whole other video about what you should be drinking instead, but I do have a new addition to that. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, I think you can even dig up these quotes from the dude who literally founded the company, where he literally said that his tequila was bad, so he went to marketing school not to learn how to make a better tequila. So do with that information what you will. And my recommendation of what you should be drinking instead of this garbage is pretty much still the same, and that is learn to drink real tequila. Tequila that was made well, tequila that was made really well. And recommendations I have are, obviously if you can find it, some Fortaleza, very difficult to find. Hit Cuatro, also very difficult to find. Or one of that's a little bit easier to find, and one of my favorites is Cascanes. All of these are cheaper than that monstrosity, and they are really well made and incredible and confirmed additive-free. Cierto Tequila, it is made at the same distillery that makes Cimarron and Don Fulano. These are two incredible brands. This is confirmed additive-free, and they are really trying to play in that market of luxury tequilas. The only thing I can say about it is that it's made at a very reputable distillery with really good juice inside. The bottle looks really nice, and it's still way better than Clase Azul. And thank God they didn't put a dumbbell on the top of it. And so there you have it. Stop drinking junk tequila. You're spending your money on stuff. There's so many better alternatives for the same price. And I hope this video gave you a couple of different options. But if you want more tequila recommendations, I have a whole other video that you can check out right over here next.